So, all right, cool. So let's do the next segment. I'm gonna let Corey start off with the who you got. I think we should do that, and I think we'll do the Super Bowl picks last.
Okay. So Rams Bills.
Yeah. What happened, Craig? You don't like it? You want to do
the dude stole my player, man.
You said what happened? Oh, that's why. All right. I was like, dang, like, I gotta remember. All right, go ahead, Corey. Who you got?
All right. Opening game of the season, Rams Bills. Coaching, I think it's a really good coaching matchup, obviously. Two of the better coaches in the NFL right now. But you just kind of have to default give it to McVay there because he won a ring last year. So, honestly, I think the biggest question mark for this game when it comes to coaching is kind of also the reason that the NFL has been shifting away from defensive head coaches and to offensive ones, kind of like you were just touching on, James, and that can Buffalo keep it going with a new offensive coordinator? Because that's the big thing. When you're a offensive head coach, you've always got your offensive coordinator, no matter who coaches your OC. Defensive head coach, the OC has a lot of sway in how the offense runs. So when you have to replace them, it's a much bigger deal. I think the Bills should be able to pull it off, but Dorsey hasn't called plays before, so there could be a bit of a growing pains that comes with that as well. Offensively, like I say, with the question marks surrounding Stafford's arm, the edge, I think goes to Buffalo on the whole. The Rams have a better running back situation because I think Buffalo's is still just a bunch of guys, while the Rams, I think Cam Akers, another offseason to get healthy. He should have a good season. I think the wide receiver room being led by Kupp and Robinson, I would probably give them the all-around edge over Buffalo, even though I think the Bills' receiving core is a bit deeper. And I think the Bills have a better offensive line as well. But Josh Allen has positioned himself, I think, to be in the conversation as one of the three best quarterbacks in the NFL right now. And honestly, I think whether it's Allen, Mahomes, or Rodgers, I think you can make a reasonable, rational argument for any three of those guys at this point right now. Defensively, I think both of these units should be really good this year. Aaron Donald is probably the all-around best player on the field. For me, I'm really curious, though, to see what Von Miller looks like this year. Is he still the kind of player that can provide an every down presence, or is he going to end up shifting into more of a role like the Marcus Ware had on their Denver Super Bowl run, where he comes in on third down, comes in, plays a lot in the fourth quarter, but the first 3 quarters is more of a pass rush specialist. But I will say, with both units being so good, I'll lean taking the Rams right now. I think if Tre'Davious White was healthy and playing to start the season, I would pick Buffalo. But he's starting the year on PUP. So I just think overall, on the whole, I feel a little more comfortable with the Rams defense to start the season. Overall, I expect it to be a really good game. I'm very excited to watch it. The Bills added a lot of talent this offseason, and they are a hungry team. They came up short last year in heartbreaking fashion. I think they come in with something to prove, a chip on their shoulders. I will say, on the flip side, the Rams did a really good job of kind of reloading after losing some pretty key pieces. But I would be a little surprised if the Rams hit the ground running in the same manner that they did last year. They came out of the gate last year on fire and had a lull at the beginning of the season. I think, Stafford's lack of practice and reps and stuff due to the arm concerns throughout the preseason and everything, combined with swapping out some receiving options and everything. I just think there's enough there that the Rams may stumble out of the gate a little bit. I think they catch their stride pretty quickly, but the first couple of weeks, especially getting matched up with a really good Buffalo team, I think it's I think the Buffalo will pull this game out. I'm going to go with them 27-20.
All right. All right, Mo. Who you got?
All right. So, coaching wise, if this game happened a year ago, I'd have took Sean McDermott. But I'm gonna honor the fact that Sean McVay won the Super Bowl. So I'm gonna say Sean McVay fires coaches. McDermott has done a great job, a bang up job, coming in there. You know, he's established a culture there. You know, a lot of people question, but a lot of people knew because of what Sean McDermott brought to the table about Josh Allen. But you know, I love all his draft picks. Some of them draft picks he's done is produced. Offensively, I'm gonna take the Rams. I'm gonna take the Rams. Like Corey said, I think Cam Akers gonna come back motivated. He's gonna come back healthy. Of course, Cooper Kupp, that takes the cake right there. You add in Allen Robinson, you add in the tight ends and just the offense and the play calling. And I'm just nervous about how the Bills play calling is going to look. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Ken Dorsey's calling plays.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't no disrespect to Ken Dorsey, but I don't know what, he's going to bring to the table. I don't know how different it's going to look. I don't know what flavor he's going to try to add to it. So let's see. It's going to be a wait and see type of game. Defensively, like Corey said, if the corner was healthy, I would take the Bills. But because of the corner not being healthy and because of the addition of Bobby Wagner, I'm going to take the Rams on this one, on the defensive side of the ball. Honestly, I think it's going to be a hell of a game. I'm going to go shocker here. I mean, it's not a shocker, but I'm going to go Bills 31-27. I think Bills are going to come out and want to make a statement. I'm going to take the Bills 31-27.
Oh, all right. Who you got coaching? Great. Both are great NFL coaches, right? So let's once again, I just said that the offense is centric. I love McDermott. Mo, I get it. Ken Dorsey's new, but Ken Dorsey is going to was Josh Allen's quarterback coach. He's going to keep the same terminology, same offense Josh Allen likes. He's going to sprinkle some things that he likes, Josh Allen likes. They communicate well. Sean McVay gets his coaches hired in the offseason. That just tells you how great he is. I think 25% come from, I'm not going to say 25%. 10% come from Sean McVay, which is the Shanahan coaching tree, which came from the Commanders. Anyway, let's just not dwell on that. So, should I give the coaching edge to Sean McVay? He just came from the Super Bowl, and that's that. Offense is going to be really good, right? So, the quarterback, of course, you got to go Josh Allen. The running backs, I would definitely hit the Rams more. But see, their wide receiving cores are really good, right? So, the Rams have Cooper Kupp and Allen Robinson and Van Jefferson, right? The Bills have Stephon Diggs and Gabriel Davis. So they both have two top 5 receivers, Stephon Diggs and Cooper Kupp, right? Some people say Cooper Kupp's in the top 5, Stephon Diggs is in the top 5, right? So with the offense, I got to go to the edge of the Bills because once again, Josh Allen is better than Matthew Stafford. Not saying Matthew Stafford is a phenomenal quarterback. He just won a Super Bowl, but Josh Allen is better than him. That's, that's a fact. And I don't think anybody will. People will argue, of course. There's opinions out there, but Josh Allen is better than Matthew Stafford. That's a fact. So, here's the defense. The defense, right, is pretty good for both teams. You got the best player in football and Aaron Donald. Man, Jalen Ramsey on the outside. But the Bills have their corners. So they have two very good safeties. I believe they were both all pro last year. One first team, one second team. I might be wrong. Their defensive line, as we talked about it through the breakdown of all the NFL teams, the Bills have one of the best defenses. And I think, the Rams are star-studded like LA is. LA is star-studded, right? Both teams, football, basketball, Chargers, they're star-studded. That's what LA is. It's always going to be like that. So, but I gotta give the edge because of Aaron Donald, because of Jalen Ramsey. I'm gonna give the edge to the defense, the Rams. Now, overall, I think this is gonna be a great game. Thank you, NFL, for setting this up. The Rams never let me down in prime time, neither do the Bills. It's gonna be a phenomenal game. I have the Bills winning 31-27. Boom, Craig.
Whoa.
What you got?
Okay. So coaching wise, I'm going with Sean McVay just because of what he did last year. He won a Super Bowl last year. He's been there twice. So he definitely has the edge there. And then just what happened last year. I know it's not all on McDermott, but the whole 13 seconds thing and how you lose that game. So they definitely have a lot to prove this year. So I think he's definitely going to redeem himself. But, just based off of that and then the championships, I had to go with I had to go with I was not paying attention. As far as the offense goes, definitely Josh Allen to me is a better quarterback than Matthew Stafford. So the edge on the offensive side leans towards the Bills. I do think Stephon Diggs is a better wide receiver than Cooper Kupp, but I think they're both in the top 5. But I mean, when you look at the other receivers, I think he is. I think it's close, but I think they're like 3 and 4, like right beside each other. You want to say one is 2, the other one's 3 or something, whatever. But I think they're both right there. I think that looking at the other receivers, Gabriel Davis still has a lot to prove. I think this is a proven year for him. He's been there a couple years, but Allen Robinson has proven it longer and he's done more. And he's been in a terrible situation with terrible quarterbacks for the last couple of years. So, and he still was able to put up numbers. Besides last year, he's able to put up numbers for the Chicago Bears. And I think he's going to be able to put up even more better numbers this year with Matthew Stafford. But when it comes to the running backs, it's close, but because Akers is coming off of injury. But I know that Singletary, he just doesn't get the work. And this is pretty much the glaring weakness for the Bills is that they don't have a good running back or a decent running back. Maybe Cooks or James Cook can come in and he'll be who knows, he'll be that guy for them. I'm not sure, but their weakness has always been the running back position. They're kind of reminds me of the Packers receiving core. They don't have a number 1 receiver. I don't think the Bills have a number 1 running back. But if Akers and Henderson, they can get that chemistry going like they had a couple years ago, I think they should be good. The offensive line is kind of a toss-up, but I'm going slightly with the Bills. I think the guys that the Rams lost from last season, they're trying to replace some really good guys there. So we'll see what happens. But I do like the Bills slightly there. So overall, I think on the offensive side, I'm going with the Bills slightly just because of the quarterback for the most part. And I think I just think he's a better quarterback at this point in time. And I know Stafford has the championship, but I just think he's poised to show up on this opening night and show what he can do. Defensive side, man, it's tough again. obviously Aaron Donald is the star. He's like the best, obviously arguably the best player in the whole NFL. So, man, that's tough. But I think he's poised to show why he decided to come back this year. They got that behind him. I think Bobby Wagner coming in. He's not in his prime anymore, but I think he can still put up some good numbers. I think he can still make plays, still make tackles, still be like a defensive captain for that side of the ball. Now, so you got Jalen Ramsey, who's arguably the best cover corner in the NFL. I do think though that if Ramsey's not on this secondary, I think the secondary does take a hit. But since they have Ramsey, it kind of elevates the secondary a bit. The Bills had the number 1 best defense in the league last year. So I don't see a reason really to go away from it. But I mean, you have Aaron Donald on the other side. Like it's kind of hard to pick against them. So I'm picking the Rams on defense. And seems this should be a good game. I'm going with the Rams. I don't know why. Maybe because they're at home. I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills won just because I think it's a really even matchup. But I'm going with I'm going with the Rams 27-24. I just think that it comes down to like a last second field goal.